The Ohio State Buckeyes have been one of the most successful football programs of all time. Today we ask ourselves, what if we could get all the greats from Ohio State and put them all on one team? Well, boys, today we get that answer. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Snods here. We are back with another College Football 26 video, and today we are hopping into Dynasty. Today we're going to be doing our first ever team builder team, and that team build is going to be the all-time Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, if you guys go on the team builder site and search Ohio State All Buckeyes, that full roster should be in there, and you guys can download it and play it yourself. So before we show you guys the roster, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment down below. What team build do you guys want to see for team builder? I have a lot of different ideas floating around in my head. I'm an Ohio State fan, so of course we got to start there. But with team builder, there's a lot of things that we can do. So boys, let me know, what do you want to see in the comments down below? So what we're going to do is run an entire season with this team and see how they do. Of course, we have to beef up the schedule a little bit. We can't make this an easy road. Of course, we're forced to play against everyone in the Big Ten, but we're starting it off hot. Of course, we've got the first game against #1 Texas. That is actually a real-life matchup. I cannot wait to watch that. Our second game is going to be against #9 Alabama. And then our third game, we're going to go up against #13 Miami. But anyways, what's most important? The roster. Let me show you guys what this team is working with. At quarterback, we are running with the 97 overall Troy Smith. This dude, in my opinion, is one of my favorite college football quarterbacks of all time. Troy Smith was electric until it came to anything in the national title, but he was absolutely insane. We've got him at a 97 overall. The way I built this team, I wanted 199 overall on each side of the ball. Troy Smith is not our 99 overall. Let me show you guys our 99 that I chose. Our 99 overall goes to the only two-time Heisman Trophy winner, Archie Griffin. Now, I had to bring up this screen right here because we had to bring back that retro look. Obviously, Griffin played back in the 70s, so we had to try to make this look as 70s as possible. I wish I could make his jersey more baggy, but you really can't. But I still think he has that retro look for sure. I mean, look at that helmet. Ain't no running backs today looking like that. But here he is. He's sitting at a 99 overall at 5'9", 189. Honestly, wasn't the biggest dude in the world. Archie was a little bit of everything. He was an absolute beast, but unfortunately, he didn't really do much in the pros. He was just a college legend. Now, I brought up a 99 on each side of the ball. Let me show you guys our 99 on defense. And that is going to go to our Sam linebacker, Chris Spielman. There was a lot of great linebackers that have went to Ohio State, but I think by far Chris Spielman is definitely the best defender that Ohio State has ever had. Two-time All-American with 546 total tackles in his career. This dude was all over the field. And of course, we've got that nasty neck roll. I mean, I think this looks just like how he did when he played. We got the taped up fingers. He didn't wear no gloves back then. We had taped up fingers. So we'll take a look at the rest of the roster right here. Of course, leading the team is going to be Chris Spielman and Archie Griffin. We've got James Laurinaitis out there at the mic, a 96 overall. We've got Chase Young. I apologize. Some of these faces look absolutely horrible. I did my best. Team builder, I mean, there's a lot of different faces, but they just... most of the guys don't even look like they play football. So I do apologize if some of these faces look off. But we got probably the nastiest edge duo ever. Chase Young and Joey Bosa coming off the edge. That is crazy. And then at the will, we've got AJ Hawk, Ohio State legend right here. Troy Smith, we showed you guys that one. Eddie George is actually, unfortunately, going to be our backup running back. Ohio State, we run the ball a lot, so we will use Eddie George, no doubt about it. He's a 97. We've got the legendary left tackle Orlando Pace. Wide receiver, very recent, Marvin Harrison Jr. at a 96. We've got another old school guy here at free safety, 95 overall, Jack Tatum. This is an NFL legend right here, by the way. Another wide receiver right here. A lot of people don't realize Chris Carter did go to Ohio State. Everyone remembers him from the Vikings. He was one of the best wide receivers to ever go to Ohio State. We've got Dan Wilkinson at defensive tackle. our backup quarterback is going to be Justin Fields. There's a lot of different candidates that could have gone here. Braxton Miller, I mean, just won a national championship. Will Howard could be in there. Terrell Pryor. There's a lot of different people that I could have went with. I could probably extend this roster even more. There's just so much greatness to go around for Ohio State, but we chose Justin Fields. Strong safety, we got Mike Doss. Big one right here. I love this dude. Actually, a high school teammate of Troy Smith, Ted Ginn Jr. was one of the most electric wide receivers to watch. One of the best return men of all time. Going over to corner, we've got Sean Springs, Jim Stillwagon, Malcolm Jenkins. He's going to be playing corner for us because I wanted to be able to fit Jack Tatum in there. So Malcolm Jenkins is going to play some corner for us. We've got Ricky Dudley, Corey Lindsley on offensive line, Terry Glenn. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know who this guy was until I looked him up, but we've got him over at wide receiver for a 92 overall. Right tackle, we've got Taylor Decker, Jim Lackey at left guard, Nick Mangold at center, and that is everyone. Now, I went to just make a starting lineup. I didn't fulfill every single position. I know there's a lot of players that I'm probably missing that could probably make this team, but I just wanted to go for the for sure starters. Let me know down in the comments below if there's anyone out there that you think I'm missing. Oh, and how could I forget? We got the kicker, Mr. Mike Nugent. Anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna simulate a season. I'm assuming we're gonna make the playoffs, and we're gonna play some games, of course, see if we can win this team a national title. Now, again, if you guys want to use this team, go on Team Builder and search Ohio State All Buckeyes, and you guys will get this roster. The only thing that sucks about this is you have to go into Dynasty and edit each player if you want them to look a certain way. Boys, this team is the real deal. We simmed the first 3 weeks against 3 straight ranked opponents, and we beat all 3 of them. We beat Texas 49-31. We beat Alabama 55-24, and we beat Miami 42-31. This team is putting up some numbers on offense, boys. I mean, Troy Smith is the real deal and might win the Heisman, man. Let's look at rushing. See, I knew they were going to split carries. Archie Griffin got 17 carries, only for 61 yards. Did not score a touchdown. Not real sure what's going on there. Eddie George got some touches too. Actually had more yards than Archie Griffin. He didn't have any touchdowns either. It looks like all the touchdowns were from Troy Smith. What happened with receiving? Terry Glenn had 4 receptions for 104 yards. That is insane for only 4 receptions. He had 2 touchdowns. Ricky Dudley, our tight end, 93 overall, had 7 receptions for 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also, Teddy Ginn only had 3 for 58. Chris Carter, 4 for 51 for 2 touchdowns. And then Marvin Harrison had a nice little tutty as well. Week 2 against Bama, we put up even more. Troy Smith went for 289, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Great game. Archie Griffin finally came out and absolutely just balled out. 12 carries, only 12 carries for 168 yards. Finally got his first touchdown. Eddie George had 20 carries for 67 yards, and he had 3 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison actually led the day here. Pretty good, pretty well spread out right here. Honestly, no one's really one-sided when it comes to the receiving game, but Teddy Ginn, Terry Glenn, and Eddie George all had a receiving touchdown. And then the Miami game, we got to look at that, and then we're going to look at all of our defensive stats right here. Oh, I forgot. Miami has Carson Beck now. Troy Smith, 278 for 5 touchdowns. My God, he has to be in first for the Heisman. Over 100 yards for Archie Griffin again. No touchdowns though. All the touchdowns were scored by Troy Smith and the receivers. Teddy Ginn had 3 total touchdowns. That's that Glenville chemistry, baby. Teddy Ginn and Troy Smith. Marvin Harrison, though, is actually killing it with 8 receptions, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But let's back out here and look at the overall stats for defense. The leading tackler on this team right now is strong safety Mike Doss. And then James Laurinaitis is right there up behind him. How's the sacks looking? Chase Young has a total of 3 sacks already. Dan Wilkinson also has 3. Our 99 Chris Spillman isn't honestly doing a whole lot. James Laurinaitis already has 2 interceptions. AJ Hawk has 1. as well. Our DBs don't have any interceptions at all yet. But again, this is only 3 games into the season and we're already getting crazy stats like this. Let's see if any of our guys are in the Heisman watch right now. Yes, of course. As expected, Troy Smith is #1 in the Heisman Trophy race. All right, yeah, I know you guys want gameplay. We're going to get it. We're going to sim out the rest of this season, assuming we're going to make the playoffs. Take a look at everybody's stats, and then we'll jump into a game. Actually, I lied. I want to sim to the first college football playoff poll and see where we stand. All right, we simmed to the first college football playoff poll, and we actually lost a game. Who did we lose to? I'm telling you, the Dynasty simulation is absolutely crazy. We lost to Illinois. How are they #2 in the Why is Illinois so good in this game? What? That is very interesting. It was a close game too. We lost by 3. But looking at the other games, we beat #22 Washington 63-27. We almost put up 70. Blew out Minnesota 45-7. We lost to Illinois. And then we beat Wisconsin 47-10. We've got a tough matchup here coming up against Penn State. And then, of course, we got to play against Michigan as well. First college football projection, we do have a bye week, and we are the 3rd seed right now. I still can't believe that we won a game. Texas Tech is 8-0. They are always good in simulation for some reason. Illinois, of all teams, beat the Ohio State Buckeyes. Wow. All right, let's sim to the actual college football playoff. So it's the end of the season. We are now #1, and we finish out the season 11-1. We lost to Illinois. That is insane to me. So we played Penn State. We actually kind of barely squeaked by them. We won 39-31. We beat Purdue 58-20. I mean, the scores that we're putting up against these schools is absolutely crazy. We absolutely killed Michigan 42-18. You'll love to see that as an Ohio State fan. But this team is out here dominating. Let's look at the college football bracket. See if we have a chance to play Illinois. Okay, so I want to look at the playoff bracket here and see if we even have a chance. We do have a chance. We can play against Illinois. They finished out 12-0. Wow. And we still got the 1 seed. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to be playing the winner of Penn State and Iowa State. All right, well, we'll let everything shake out as far as conference championships and everything, and then we will see where we are at. So we didn't get a Heisman winner. The Heisman winner is John Mateer. I probably said that wrong. Congratulations to him. 3753 yards for 32 touchdowns. Troy Smith does win the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. He had 3,742 with 53 touchdowns and 75%. Hold on. Wait. He had to have been close. Dan Wilkinson gets the Chuck Bednarik Award with 15 sacks, 35 tackles, and 29 tackles for loss. Dan Wilkinson, again, gets Bronco Nagurski Trophy. That's 2 rewards for 1 player right there. Insane. Nothing for Archie Griffin yet. Troy Smith gets the Davey O'Brien Award. Dan Wilkinson, for a 3rd reward, gets the Lombardi Award. Let's take a look at what these Heisman votings ended up as. I mean, wow. So Troy Smith finished 2nd. And right behind Troy Smith was Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's look at all these stats. No records were broken, but there are some pretty crazy records at Ohio State. And if you have that much talent on one team, that's kind of hard to do. There we go. We saw it before. Troy Smith threw for 3,742 yards with 53 touchdowns. Not overwhelmingly good. I mean, it's not crazy. Archie Griffin, our 99 on offense, had 10 touchdowns for 1,337 yards. He had about 100 more carries than Eddie George, but Eddie George still had a pretty good year, also with 10 touchdowns as well. Receiving, Marvin Harrison had 1,465 for 18 touchdowns. I mean, that's a pretty insane year also, but that's Marvin Harrison, man. That's what he did. 96 overall. Chris Carter had 659 for 9 touchdowns. Honestly, it was pretty lopsided for receiving. I mean, 97 receptions, and the second best was Chris Carter at 49. Defensively, Dan Wilkinson led the team in sacks. He had 15.5 sacks. Second was Chase Young with 8.5, and then Joey Bosa was right there with 7. Chris Spielman really didn't have that crazy of a year. He had 4.5 sacks. no interceptions. He only had 13 tackles. Okay, something was broken in the simulation, but James Laurinaitis led the team in tackles. Mike Doss was second, and then Malcolm Jenkins was third, was 42. Weirdly enough, James Laurinaitis led the team in interceptions with 2, and then he shared 2 interceptions with Mike Doss, AJ Hawk, and Elijah Lockridge, who is not an Ohio State legend. That's one of those fake players that they put in. And then Jack Tatum had 1 interception himself. But the college football playoff bracket is set. Things have changed a little bit. Illinois has taken our spot. We now move down to the 3 seed. Makes sense. We weren't even in the Big Ten championship. So let's see. I'm assuming it was Oregon and Illinois that played for that. Let's actually look at that first. But it looks like Illinois won the Big Ten, going 13-0. They beat Oregon. What is going on with this team? They're an 82 overall, and they beat a 92 overall all Ohio State Buckeyes team. I hope we play this team in the playoffs. But not a crazy bracket, honestly. Memphis is probably the most shocking one, and next to Illinois, of course. But that's who we're going to play the winner of. Iowa State and Memphis. Let's see how this shakes out. And Memphis falls to Iowa State. We're going to be playing Iowa State in the Orange Bowl. Number 6 versus number 3. Here we go, our first moment. It is a 3rd down alert right here. We got a 3rd and 1. You know we got to give the ball to our boy Archie Griffin. There he is out there looking retro as ever. We're going right up the middle here. Archie Griffin cuts it to the outside. He has that crazy glitchy spin move. He is so fast, dude. They're in the red zone in our first drive. I will say, the thing that sucks about Team Builder is you have to create these uniforms. Like, you cannot just use Ohio State's uniforms. So they're looking a little bright, but all in all, I think they look pretty good. Troy Smith is scrambling, and he's going to get in easily for an Ohio State touchdown. Troy Smith, let's go, baby. Want to get a couple defensive reps because I feel like defense doesn't get much love in this game, but let's see if we can use our boy here. Where is Spielman? He's not on the field. Maybe it's the playbook. Maybe that's why he's not really getting a lot of time out there. But we saw James Laurinaitis out there get a nice little stop. Let's do a couple more offensive drives. We're going to do a read option right here. I'm going to flip this. It's not letting me flip it. All right, okay, never mind. Here we go. All right, let's see how we do here. We're going to keep it with Troy Smith. We've got blockers. Nasty spin move by Troy Smith. He almost gets in. We're going to do a little RPO right here. Actually, I'm going to audible here. And we're just going to hot route blend. He's going to be wide open fast, I feel like. He is. Oh, he missed it. I mean, you got to just keep it simple right here. Just give it to your best player. The 2-time Heisman Trophy winner gets stuffed. All right, we're going jet sweep right here. We're going to give it to Archie Griffin on the jet sweep. Let's see what he's got for us. No blocking, but a great move by Archie Griffin. He fights and doesn't get in. My goodness, good defense. All right, 4th and goal. We're going to go for it here. We're going to try for the RPO. See if we can get Chris Carter here on the edge. He gets open. We score easily. Chris Carter is a very tall receiver. My goodness. All right, I want to get a couple pass reps in here before we move on. But I'm going to look for our boy Marvin Harrison there on the left side. He's on a streak. Can he beat this corner right here? No, he can't. But we do have a receiver over here. That is, I don't know who that was that caught that, but he got it. 3rd and 5. I'm going to look for either Ted Ginn or Marvin Harrison right here. Marvin Harrison is wide open. See if he can get in. Nice. Good catch. Good catch. He's only got 2 catches for 16 yards. But as expected, we are absolutely blowing this team out. It is about to be 50-something, 56-10. We win the Orange Bowl. The all-time Ohio State Buckeyes move on. There's Chris Spielman. Didn't really do much, but there he is. I need to find a way to get this dude in the game. Marvin Harrison has set a single season record for receiving touchdowns in one season. Congratulations to him. Another record? Dan Wilkinson sets the record for the most sacks. What a year this dude had. Chris Carter had a day that game. 11 receptions for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's go, baby. Look at that. We're playing Miami again. They are the number 2 seed. I believe we are their only loss. I forgot to show you guys the stats for the Ohio State or the Iowa State game. Troy Smith, 261, 4 touchdowns. Rushing, Archie Griffin had 148 yards for 2 touchdowns. What a beast. Receiving, 149 for Chris Carter. Marvin Harrison didn't really do much. Really, it was just all Chris Carter. Defensively, nothing too crazy. We did have an interception by Mike Doss. Our boy Dan Wilkinson had 3 sacks. We've got Georgia and Texas Tech on the other side. And then we've got us and Miami. Big game for Miami right here. If they win this game, they have home field advantage for the national title. So this is a big game for them. We're going to jump in. Of course, let's get into this one. There it is, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Miami University. Imagine if we did an all-time Miami University versus an all-time Ohio State team. Who would win that game? Because that Miami team would be tough. I mean, that might have to be our next video, man. That would be insane. My plan is to get all these teams created and then eventually make like a big dynasty with all these all-time teams in one dynasty. All right, so our first moment, we've got a 3rd down, 3rd and 10. We got to make the stop. Let's see if we can get Chris Spielman in the game. Actually, I want to make sure that we do. Okay, I think we found our problem. Ohio State literally has no defense where that player is lined up as a linebacker. Spielman is always lined up as a defensive lineman. So that is why he's not getting all these tackles. As we get a stop right there, we hold them. Let's get on offense. They get the field goal, though. Our offense immediately drives down the field and gets us into the red zone. Troy Smith, as we get a look at our away jerseys, doesn't look too bad, honestly. We've got Archie Griffin open here in the corner. He drops it. 2nd and 10. Looking at Glenn and Dudley right here. Neither one of them are going to be open. Troy Smith is going to scramble, and he fights for the first, but he's just short. All right, we're going old school right here. Archie Griffin right up the middle. He fights for that first, man. He had to fight for every inch right there. I want to go a little speed option right here with Troy Smith and Archie Griffin. This is just unstoppable. You just can't stop that. You just can't. Archie Griffin in the end zone for the first TD of the night. And this is just too easy for this Ohio State team. We are at 14-3, and we are knocking on the door again. We're going to look at our tight end. Nope, Archie Griffin was open. Oh, we just did not get enough time. We get to see our kicker for the first time today, Mike Nugent, Ohio State legend. See if he can drill this field goal right here. Oh, he might miss this. Nope, he doesn't. Right down the middle, 17-3. Miami is not quitting out here. It is 17-10. We're going to use your AJ Hawk this time. See how this dude does. We got nobody in the area. Big hit right here. Hold him back. Sean Springs. Everybody's swarming right now. 4th and 1. That is beautiful defense right there. We hold them short. They don't get any points. We get the ball back. Let's see what Troy Smith can do right here. I want to get the ball to Marvin Harrison, but he's just not getting open for us. As our tight end, Dudley, is wide open. 4th and 4, though. We might go for this. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. We're going to go levels out right here. We're going to maybe roll out and look for Chris Carter. It's going to be Chris Carter or Marvin Harrison. Chris Carter is definitely open. He holds onto the ball and breaks the tackle. 1st down. 1st and goal situation right here. Chance to go up by 2 scores. Archie Griffin gets to the outside. He's running a little slow right there. I wonder if he's a little tired. Next play, we're going jet touch pass here to Terry Glenn. Let's see if he can beat the edge here. Good block by Griffin. They just have too many people there. We're short. It is 3rd and goal. Harrison is open. An easy touchdown for Marvin Harrison Jr. Can you imagine if Troy Smith had Marvin Harrison Jr. on his team? And with no surprise, the all-time Ohio State Buckeyes come out on top punch their ticket to the national title. 41-18, they blow out Miami. I just had an idea. I think the next episode that we do an all-time team, we're going to include this Ohio State all-time team and add them to our schedule. So as we go with these all-time teams, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. I feel like in my mind for this video, it's way too easy for us. So in the next episode, whatever team we do, the all-time Ohio State team will be on our schedule. So I hope you guys like that idea. And Wilkinson gets Big Ten Player of the Week. He got another sack and 4 tackles. So the national championship is set. We are playing against number 12, Georgia. Quite the underdog story here. You know we got to play the moments for this one. Boys, if you guys, again, if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. But here we are. We are in Miami, Florida at the Hard Rock Stadium, playing for the national title up against Georgia. Many of these Ohio State players that we have named have been in this situation before. This is nothing new to them. So we've got nerves of steel. We do not fear the underdog, Georgia. Here we are. That is Troy Smith. Let's go, baby. We gotta watch our team come out. Troy Smith leads the herd. There's Chris Spielman. Great player, doesn't play much, but he's a good guy. Here we go. We got control of our first drive. They want us to score here. We're almost in the red zone already. Here we go. We're going to look for Dudley. Quick, he's not open. We got nothing, actually. We're going to throw it out of bounds. 4th and 7. First points of the day is going to go to Mike Nugent. We are up 3-0. Here we go. Our defense is on the field. Georgia is kind of driving on us a little bit. We're going to use our A.J. Hawk right here. Watch the running back. They do get the first down. We miss a tackle. A.J. Hawk chased him down so fast. But they are in the red zone, and we need help. We're going to jump in and see if we can get this stop. Chris Spielman still nowhere to be seen, but we've got A.J. Hawk, baby. We break up the middle. Let's go, baby. I want to go with James Laurinaitis this time. James Laurinaitis, that dude was scary when he was in college. Oh, I thought he was going to throw it. I wanted to get that interception. 3rd and 12 right here. They're likely going to tie the game up after this. We gotta be A.J. Hawk here. We gotta watch. They're in bunch formation. Watch it up the middle. Make tackles. Good job, good job, good job, good job. So they're actually going to get on the board. Also, it is a tie game, 3-3 in the national title. All right, let's run the ball with Archie here. Let's get Archie nice and warmed up. My goodness, no blocking there. We're going to go back to the pass game here. Nothing really. We kind of squeeze it in there to Terry Glenn. Good catch. 3rd and 2. Marvin Harrison is wide open. Good play right there. All right, Archie, let's give you another touch right here. Good blocking that time. Good spin move. Archie Griffin almost broke that one for a TD. All right, we're faced with a 2nd and 13 right here. We're going to go play action and look for Marvin Harrison right here. Got to get out of there with Troy. He gets out of there. We're just going to heave it to Marvin Harrison. He doesn't go for the catch. What was that? 3rd and 13. We got to go for all the marbles right here. We're looking tight end. He is actually open. Holds on to the ball. Dudley. 1st down. Hey, man, Troy Smith, he's not known for playing great in national titles, okay? But he's out here balling out today. Archie Griffin gets the ball. Gets us even closer. Oh, look at this. We get our first appearance of Eddie George. Eddie George is in the game. And he stiffs on. Oh, my God. The stiff arms were crazy right there, but he falls just short. Right, we might look for the RPO right here. Chris Carter is open. The blocking does not hold up. Wow. Okay. They're telling us to kick here, but I'm not going to do it. Then goal, Troy Smith. We've got a wide open Chris Carter. Touchdown, baby. Let's go. Looks like we got the ball back, but we are facing a 4th and inches. I want to jump in right here. We got to keep giving the ball to our 99 overall. Archie Griffin, the 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, gets the first. Let's go, baby. I mean, I got to try to throw it up here, man. I want to throw it up to Marvin Harrison. Come on. I mean, he's just so covered, dude. I'm not getting any chances to throw it to him. Do I just heave it? Do I? No, we got Archie Griffin. He's wide open. Come on, baby. Fight for that first. He got it. Let's go. Archie, we got to get you a national championship TD right here. Right up the middle. Easy peasy. We're up 17-3, boys. We're all the way in the fourth quarter now. It is 34-27. It started to get ugly for Georgia there for a minute, and then they came back. So we're jumping back in, and we're going to try to get this first down right here. Nothing. It's 4th and 8. We've got a ball game here, boys. We've got a 55-yard field goal right here coming up for Mike Nugent. And this is crucial. This will put us up 2 scores. Can he get it? He's got it with ease. 55 yards. We're up 10. So Georgia drives down the field and they score. We're only up 3. We need to make sure that we are smart with this football. But we got Archie Griffin, baby. Come on. This probably isn't smart, but I want to pass. I want to show off our team a little more. I want to see. I feel like our receivers haven't gotten much love this video, but they will this time. Marvin Harrison Jr. is wide open down the field. Let's go. This is likely going to seal the game right here if we score. Chris Carter is open on the RPO. Easy points right there. Touchdown, Ohio State. Chris Carter with his 2nd touchdown on the day off of the same play. And it looks like Georgia scored very fast. We're only up 3. They are fighting for their lives right now. A good throw to Glenn. First down. Troy Smith is now passing for over 400 yards. You can't say he doesn't perform in national titles anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Archie Griffin, get outside. We got a little boost there. Stay in bounds. There we go. Let's go, Archie. Feed this man the ball. He is a beast. All right, I'm kidding. We're going to take a knee, okay, for sportsmanship. We take the national championship with the All-Time Ohio State Buckeyes. Boys, this was fun. Now, like I said, our next episode, with whatever team we go with, we will include this Ohio State team, and we will play them probably multiple times because we'll probably run into them in the college football playoffs. So let me know in the comments, what team do you guys want to do next? Obviously, we'll have to create this team in Team Builder, so it might take us, a few days. I got to know, what do you guys want to see next as we see Troy Smith? Thought he threw more than 400 yards, but he got 360 for 4 touchdowns. This team was fun to play with, man. I wish they would put historic teams in this game. But boys, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. There it is, Ohio State. They got Orlando Pace down there, Archie Griffin, Troy Smith holding the trophy. It was a good time, boys. I'm out of here. Peace.